This is Pokemon Infinite Fusion, the fan game where you can fuse any two Pokemon, and absolutely nobody will criticize you for it. I'm talking to you, Miltank fans. Don't believe me, this is Miltank and Ditto. I'm so sorry for showing you that. I'm not criticizing, I mean, if you're into that. This game has over 170,000 fusions to choose from, and it makes for some insane fusions, but something I've always wanted to do is fuse legendaries. So I have a whole box of them, and I'm going to be fusing them with wild Pokemon and beating the game with them. I'm sure we'll see a bunch of amazing fusions. If you find a legendary fusion you like in this video, go ahead and tell me which one in the comments, and if you're not subscribed, subscribe! I think 90% of you are not subscribed. What's up with that? And if you don't, well, Milto is gonna come for you in your sleep. I know some of you weirdos would like that. Now this isn't a Nuzlocke since I feel like this game plays better normally since I can choose whatever I want to fuse with whatever I want to fuse. But everything is completely random from the wild Pokemon all the way down to the trainers. And this includes our starters, which to be honest weren't all too crazy, but we did get a Skarmory. But anyways, we can go ahead with our first fusion, and I feel like Moltres and Skarmory could be pretty cool. Alright, that's literally just Skarmory with fire. I wasn't too sold on it, so I tried Lugia, and I'm much more happier with Scargia. I immediately found a Salamence on Route 2, and this man has got to fuse good with any legendary, right? Well, might as well try Dragon on Dragon. Oh my god, that's amazing! This is totally what Ghetsis should have had on his team. Volcarona actually has two custom sprites for Darkrai, and I chose them together since they both have this blue in their eyes. Checking out Volcarona first, it's not too bad for a bug type, but I just know the other one is gonna be better. Okay, I was wrong. I didn't really like any of those. Alright, for now, Volcagray isn't a bad pick. Homie, are you part of the Wonder Pets or something? Now getting down to it, Brock has poison types, and obviously this was just a clean sweep with Zekments, since we have Dragon Rage, but this Grimer and Slowpoke looks like it needs a hospital. I really wonder what's going on through Brock's mind here, seeing Zekments. Like, I think you took me a little bit more than just for granted, Brock. Okay guys, hear me out. Nidoking and Groudon. That's gotta be something good. I mean, they're pretty much distant cousins, right? How is this so bad? Oh, okay, you aren't bad at all. How is this fusion going harder than Nidoking and Groudon? See, this is what I'm looking for with the Darkrai fusions. Guys, I just couldn't resist this one. It's just so cute, man. Look at him. Now, I will be staying with Togadon, but I just wanted to show you guys Togepi. This has got to be a reference to something, so let me know in the comments what it is, and what other references you might find in this video. This Roserade and Clang fusion is not what I would expect. This is crazy good. What the actual fuck? I don't know what you guys are doing with these splicers, but why would you use these three fused? There's so many good Pokemon around. Huh, your comment wasn't wrong. This guy does have a black eye. Must have been telling jokes to the wrong people. Alright, come on, cough it up. What do you get when Eevee is exposed to a French stone? I don't know what. Napoleon! Alright, that one made me chuckle a little bit. I'm definitely leaving a tip after that one. There you go. Are you seriously complaining over a $1 tip for a simple joke? No wonder you got a black eye. Huh, it looks like our rival Kevin is using some legendary fusions of his own. Yeah, definitely smash. Oh god, that's cursed. Get this man to a hospital. Man looks like a clicker. Misty was up next, and I was excited to see what she had for psychic types, and then she graced me with this. Die. That thing looked like one of the birds from Peeps. Well, at least Duwu. Oh god, Duwu. Duwu? Well, at least Duwu was an elegant entity. It also packed a punch with Ice Shard, which is really bad as I brought Togadon as my secondary. But you know what else packs a punch? eWin Gaming Chairs. eWin Racing is an online gaming chair company. They have a plethora of gaming chairs to choose from, and they actually sent me one, which my dog is currently sitting on. What are you doing in my chair? Don't look at me that way. Fine, fine, you can stay there. They sent me one of their chairs, and just look at this thing. Oh, wait, hold on. Look at this thing. This chair is by far the sexiest thing I've ever seen. If you go to their site, there is a ton of chairs to choose from, and you can choose specific chairs based on how much you weigh, your height, and there's a bunch of colors to choose from. They also have desk, which is a nice option as well. Now, I'm not a big color guy, so I just went with the plain old gray, and I gotta say, I really love this gray. I mean, even my sheets and pillows are... Oh, whoa. Wait a second. Oh, yeah. I'm never gonna get fatigued editing a video again. Like, it's just not gonna happen. This chair is awesome, and honestly, I didn't really know what to expect. I mean, I thought all gaming chairs were the same, and let me tell you, this is miles ahead of the chair I have outside of my door right now. The cushioning on this chair is just something I can't put into words. One of the biggest things when looking into a chair is comfortability and how long you can actually sit in the thing without your back completely destroying itself, and this chair is absolutely amazing for that. I've been sitting here editing this video with this chair, and I don't feel like I need to get up every like 30 minutes to an hour. And if I ever do feel fatigue, Do you see this recline? Now I can think about all the different fusions that I'm going to fuse in this video. Right, Finn? I think the biggest thing I like about this chair is this back pillow. This thing doesn't look thick, but it really like arches my back. You can actually adjust the armrest. Now, obviously, most chairs will have the armrest adjusted up or down, but this chair actually has 2 more options. But one of the buttons on the side can actually move it back and forward, so you could pretty much customize it to your needs. And the other button moves it from left to right. Now, I actually hate armrest. Every chair I've had, I've actually taken off the armrest. But with these, I actually don't feel like I need to take off the armrest. Now, obviously, you need that mechanism on the bottom to raise the chair or bring the chair down. And that is easily done with the right one here by pushing this down and then letting it come up. The chair took me like 15 minutes to build. It honestly wasn't that hard. The gliding is great too. If you guys are in the market for a new chair, I highly recommend eWin. And if you can't pay it all in one go, they do have Afterpay in Klarna, as well as using my code JULES at checkout. If you do want my specific chair, because in my opinion, it's probably the best looking chair there, this one's called the Champion Series. I don't know what you're waiting for. Go down, use the link, buy one. Trust me, you will not regret it. Thanks to eWin for sponsoring this video, and thank you, eWin, for the chair. But not even her legendary could come between me and my legendaries. You know what? This isn't a Nuzlocke, but starting right now, if a Pokemon dies, I'm going to ban myself from using the fusion since, well, legendaries are pretty powerful, and this way I should be careful with battling. Adios, Salamence. I'll still be able to use Zekrom though, as it's one of the legendaries I had in the box. But I think banning myself from using Salamence is the right thing to do. Now this has got to be good. Oh yeah, that looks like it's ready to destroy everything in its path. In fact, isn't this a reference to the movie? Now I'm not really feeling Scargia, so let's unfuse that monstrosity and let's try Regigigas with Gliscor. Oh no, I'm definitely gonna have nightmares now. That's a sleep paralysis demon if I've ever seen one. I don't really like its typing though, so let's try something else. Raikou is a decent typing and will replace Skarmory's flying type. I can't really imagine what this will be. Holy fucking shit, that did not disappoint. Dude, that's the sickest one yet. You have to subscribe for this fusion. And maybe this one too. I didn't think I'd love a brown Sneasel, but here we are. I love how Rotu just completely wipes Kevin's entire team with ease. Did you see what happened to Ash in the movie, Kev? They say Lieutenant Surge is a Dragon Master, but to be honest, I think he's secretly rocking ghost types. Hack Slash! Okay, I guess we're starting off with some heat. Togeddon is a fairy type though, so we are immune to any dragon moves. The good news is Earth Power is a nice 2-shot from full, so after a potion, that threat is no longer on the field. Yeah, this is just pathetic. His ace was cute, but let's be real, Togeddon is an absolute tank right now. What happened, bro? You started off so strong. What can I say? I like to tease people. Wait, what? Alright, I love the throwback sprite on Poribat. Very clever. Now I found him a champ and I fused it with Regigigas. I'm not going to use this as I have better fusions, but I thought it was very good. But the time has come to fuse with Darkrai, and this did not disappoint. I did Machop with Duskull in my last run, and he as well was holding some chains, so I guess Machamp just loves to use those as weapons. I don't know. This totally looks like a Transformer. And this is for all you Lopunny simps out there. Totally smash. Oh, come on, guys. This is just cruel. Hey, can I get some, bro? I'm kind of starving in this cave. It's time for Togeddon to hit the bench, so this Haxorus is going to fuse with Genesect. Generous looks like some monster out of Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm curious if this is referencing something, but finally justice for Bug and Dragon type. Giovanni's Pokemon were pretty cool. This thing was specifically cute. He did U-turn immediately though, because why wouldn't you on Generous? Look at this thing. But to my surprise, he has Porigia. Whoa. I did D-Dance on his switch, meaning Dragon Claw was a 2-shot. From there, he was fairly easy. By the looks of Erica's trainers, it looks like she's a bug master. So yeah, I'm sure this will be super easy. See, Rykor has the move Acrobatics, so she just straight up swept everything. And to be honest, Erica didn't really have anything of interest. Next, gosh, if I could catch trainers Pokemon, I would. This is just adorable. Flaffy and Dragonair, and you guys know how much I love Flaffies. Alright, so I caught a Charmander a while ago, and now he's a Charizard, so you know we have to fuse him with someone. I tried a bunch, but one really got me. You guys are gonna love this. Am I right? Nah, I'm just playing, guys. That's not the one. The reverse fusion is. Just look at this thing. Blue Fire is a must on Fire Fusions. This is definitely a 10 out of 10 for me. What do you guys think? Since Mewzard is a Psychic type, I am going to bench Rotu for now. Bro, is that a Piplup and a Giratina? That's epic. Die. Wait, this is actually so cool. I need one right now. Okay, I may or may not have damaged this thing, and it used Bide. Oh gosh, we're good. I remembered early on like Route 2, I found this little guy, but I didn't catch it. I spent some time looking for some fusions, and Regigigas stood out to me since it has 2 custom sprites. The first one becomes this broken down Gigas, which is pretty unique, but the second one is just so dope and scary looking. However, I didn't actually choose any of these. See, in order to get the satisfaction of a good custom sprite, I had to do the unthinkable. I had to unfuse Generous. You might be thinking, what could possibly be better than the Regigigas, especially with that normal and ghost typing? It's this. This is what is so immensely more better than Regigigas. It's so goddamn cute. With that, Genikyu was on the team. With our little squirt gun boy, we ran around the safari, and there were actually legendaries in this grass. I found a Latios, but I couldn't catch it. I also found a Mew fusion, and one thing I'm not doing is fusing the legendaries in my box with each other. However, since I found this legendary in the wild, I will be able to fuse it with the other legendaries. I did try to keep looking for Latios, and by nighttime we found it and caught it. Thankfully, both of these guys were fused with weak Pokemon, so I think that's why I was able to catch them easily without them fleeing. Now, Porygon 2 didn't fuse well with anything I tried. Now, as for Latios, I ended up finding 2 good fusions, but I did figure it would fuse with way more legendaries than it actually did. I was wrong, but it fused great with Rayquaza looking jet-like as its usual self. And Reshiram was kind of the same gist. I did prefer Reshios out of the 2, but we already have a Psychic type with Mewizard, and I love that thing too much to bench it. Unfortunately, Mew is the same thing since it's also a Psychic type, but I did want to show you guys something, and that is Mew with Arceus. It's so simple, yet I love it so much. However, what if I told you it has a better reverse fusion? Just look at this black hole masterpiece. It's beautiful. It's a piece of art. Honorable mentions go to the Dragon Duo though. These were great as well. Oh, and Genesect too. So cute. So moving along, it looks like Koga is a Steel type master, which is interesting. But finally, we can use the Mewizard I've been bragging about all this time. Okay, why didn't I get this in my EG/Slash run? This is just unfair. Hopefully that's not a warning for Koga. Okay, it definitely was a warning. Jeez, I need to do a Hitmonchan run. This guy is so sick. Too bad I have Heatwave Koga. He did eventually switch after healing and Qdon came out. That big ass head is freaking me out. Luckily I did burn it, and the following turn our Heatwave didn't KO, but this man has Ancient Power and got an Omni Boost. I really thought I was in deep shit. But nope, the burn just finished it off. That Mew and Arceus fusion is definitely in the box looking out for us. Magnachan just came out to die, and Ferozing was out. Mewzard did get a big Heat Wave off as this thing went for a big Sludge Bomb. We lived, but I'm afraid I'll miss a Heat Wave, so I went for Psychic instead since it's Spark Poison type. Glissario was his ace, and this thing is pretty cool. Definitely not going to risk Mewzard's life, so I go into Dark Champ on a U-turn, and then baiting a Fighting type move, I go into Raikou, but he just went for U-turn. In the end, it went down to the black Sludge it was holding. Oh, Koga, you were one of the more difficult leaders, so I'll give it to you. With Koga defeated, I made my way to Saffron City, and on the way I found this little girl, so I started fusing. The most unique thing I found was Ho-Oh. Yeah, out of everything, it was Ho-Oh. It's a fucking rainbow. I don't even know why, but I love it. They called it Hoki to make things better. Alright, Genikyu, it's time to hit the road. I am missing a Pokemon for a full team of 6, so I just figured Haxorus and Zekrom would be cool. But it can't be that cool, right? Oh, that is cool. The only downside to Zekrom is it isn't actually an Electric type. I have no idea why they would take it away, but it is what it is. Who comes up with this stuff? Another battle with Kevin, and okay, starting off strong again. Yeah, like I said, started off so strong, Kevin. Like, how do you mess this up so bad, bro? These are horrible. And the worst part is we have to fight alongside him for Giovanni. What a disgrace. I mean, just look at the Pokemon Giovanni has. Straight heat. And on top of that, Kevin discharges and damages me. You know, you got some nerve, Kevin. Honestly, nothing really happened in this fight except being humiliated the whole time, fighting alongside this loser. But the good news about being done with all that Team Rocket business is they leave the city, so now I can get a shiny stone from this lady, and I've been waiting all game for this. I caught a Roselia a while back, and it fuses amazingly with Suicune. Just watch. Whoops, I forgot to evolve Roselia. Alright, let's see her. Oh yeah, it's a 10 out of 10 for me. It's like a brand new legendary. Well, most of these are like brand new legendaries, but this one specifically looks like a new legendary. Rosecoon. This does mean we have to get rid of Rokagre, who is a beast in battle, although I didn't really use it that much. It also has an amazing design, but I think it's a good trade-off. Now, oddly enough, Sabrina has fighting-type Pokemon, and I actually decided to bring Aru for this fight, just for fun. Apparently, if you fuse Lucario and Blastoise, you just get a different version of Mega Blastoise. I don't know why this is the fusion, but I'm not complaining. Now, it did hit hard with Aqua Tail since our Psychic didn't kill, but we lived, so the following turn after her potion, we get a higher roll for the KO. Alright. Her ace isn't some crazy demon of a Pokemon design, but honestly, this little Lucashrew is adorable. Who's with me? I'm sure Sabrina wishes she could go back to being a Psychic-type trainer after seeing my Mew fusion. Yes! I found my favorite mythical Jirachi. Now we can fuse this with one of our box legendaries. Assuming I find anything good. Good thing I have a Master Ball. Oh my god, and a Darkrai in the next route. It took a lot of Ultra Balls, but somehow I managed to capture him, and now it was time. I don't know if I'll use Darkrai since I already have a Darkrai, but it looks like Zecorius' time has come to an end early. Now Jirachi fuses super well with the majority of legendaries. Any bird legendary looks absolutely phenomenal, and Darkrai looks great with a lot of legendaries as well. But eventually, I settled Darkrai with Raikou. Just look at this demoness dog. And trust me, I tried Jirachi with the dogs too. I did replace the Gliscor and Raikou fusion, and I also got rid of Darkchant, which I guess makes me catching an extra Darkrai a waste of time. But oh well. Now, although I did just say Jirachi fused great with the majority of legendaries, I thought something looked even more unique. And it's no surprise really, it's with Machamp. Just watch. He's a genie! I absolutely love this fusion. Girochamp is definitely on the team. Okay, wait, hold on. I just remembered something that I fused a while back. Wait. This is not the fusion I fused a while back. What happened? The other one was so much better. Oh, this is such a letdown. But you know what's not a letdown? Garchomp and Darkrai. Now that's a legendary fusion if I've ever seen one. Raikou and Haxorus is very aggressive, and although this is one of the lower base stat totals, I gotta keep this one over the other custom one. It's just so cool. Well, so much for Darkchomp living. Can you guys guess what it died to? Yup, this little thing. How? Mimikyu and Darkrai seems like a good replacement. Blaine this time around isn't going to need a burn heal. No, this time he needs an ice heal. I am severely underleveled for this, but trust me, Hoki has got this in the bag. Hoki! You let yourself get crit and missed a Sacred Fire? What is wrong with you? Oh, it has Earth Power. This is not a good start. Fortunately, Mimirai can get some free damage thanks to having the Disguise ability, and he missed the following turn, so even better. A couple of more Shadow Claws later, and Mimirai secures his first kill. Joltcell is next, so I switched into Girochamp on an Ice Shard. Just look at his face, he's laughing so hard at Blaine. Now I don't know why I risked setting up with Girochamp, but it nearly cost him his life to some Thunders. But he's so OP that he lived at 2 HP. What a legend, no pun intended. Switch Out is the cutest thing I've ever seen, and I know I say that for most of the little guys, but can you blame me? Unfortunately for Blaine, it missed its Blizzard. Despite being underleveled, a single Heat Wave destroyed that thing, and Swinub came out. I don't know why, but this is totally cuter to me. But that didn't change anything. Die. Wow. I'm cruel. I just gave that thing more of a headache than it probably already had. Don't they get like migraines? Honestly, I was just using you for the memes. Wait, what happens when you fuse these two? Oh yeah, screw the rainbow. Huh. I guess we could have had this Raikou fusion. Bummer. You people are some seriously cruel people, and I love it. Oh yes, this is what I've been looking for. With this, we can fuse it with Genesect, and oh no, don't do that. There we go. This is perfect because that's exactly what I'm going to do to Giovanni if he doesn't give me that hat. Now, despite Pukusek being a baller pair, this thing sucks. But I need fodder for this beast of a fusion. Also, we're trying to make a point against Giovanni. Get it? I am not to be messed with. I start by magnet bombing Articuno, and it did a nice chunk. To my surprise, we actually outsped. They did bring us down super low, and Articuno actually got a freeze, which pretty much means GG's for Pukusect. I did bring some heaters though. Rotu has Discharge, which will hit all of them, and we're super fast. Unfortunately, it couldn't actually KO Articuno, and Zapdos ended up getting an Omni boost. These birds are so busted. With that Omni boost, Z is going to outspeed for some chip and get another Omni boost. This is not good. We do manage to KO the other two, however. With no chance of survival, Rotu takes one for the team. But that's not the only god I brought to the fight. Aru could still save this. We took a big discharge from the Thunderbird, and it paralyzed us. Holy shit, that did a lot of damage. We did break out though, and Aru? What the fuck? You're a literal god. I did go for an E-speed, but paralysis got the best of Aru, and I am absolutely terrified right now. Luckily, Zapdos did use discharge on Haxku, but Dragon Claw just doesn't do anything. Hoping for a poison with Poison Jab, we go for it. The first one didn't do it, but we lived the discharge, and the second one managed to get it. Good job, buddy. Now all we have to do is switch. I sent out Girochamp, and no! Oh gosh, that was way too close. I love how Girochamp is just smiling even after near death. What a G. Huh. Giovanni being a dark type leader is pretty fitting. What are the odds? Alright sir, what do you have for us? Oh no, that just looks weird. The good news about Girochamp is with no guard, Cross Chop and Focus Blast are 100% accurate. However, I forgot Spiritomb had pressure, so I ran out of PP pretty quickly after his potions. Umbawudu was next, and honestly this thing is super cute. I did bulk up on this thing, and that was a mistake. It retaliated with a big hammer arm, and I forgot it could have Sturdy. I did end up finishing it off after a potion, but the champ was at 12 HP. From there, I did go into Genocor, who got a download boost that I completely just missed. I have no idea what it just got boosted. Regardless, a single X-Scissor KO'd the Sneasel fusion, and Swayani came out. That didn't pose a threat, and then of course after that Lopunny fusion, he had to have a Gardevoir fusion. I just knew Giovanni was into some weird shit. Man, that was a real letdown for the 8th gym. Yeah, that's right. Hand over the hat, and no one has to die. Oh, I forgot to heal for Kevin. Thankfully, only one of my Pokemon got hurt in that Giovanni fight. The good news was he had this pathetic thing, and Giovanni actually gave us the TM for Nasty Plot. Meaning, yeah, we totally swept this man with Mewzard. It's crazy how Kevin couldn't do anything to me, but some random trainer with a shadow tagging nose pass ended up killing Girochamp. Screw you, dude. Well, we needed a new encounter, so I found this Ferrothorn. This thing didn't really fuse with anything except for Regigigas. I feel like all of Regigigas' fusions just turned into some sleep paralysis demons. It's kind of funny. I did find a Rayquaza in Victory Road, so now I'm able to fuse that with one of my legendaries in the box, and I chose Groudon. Oh gosh, it's just Mega Rayquaza on steroids. 10 out of 10 fusion. Alright, it's time to face off against the toughest fusions this game has to offer. At least, I hope. As always, Lorelei is first, and... oh, come on, I just said the toughest fusions this game has to offer. Not this puny little rock troll. Now that's what I'm talking about. This thing was definitely putting up a fight, and he wasn't showing Flamethrower until way down the line. Remember, if a Pokemon dies, we can't use it anymore. So we can't lose Ferrogigas. On our heal turn, I went into Haxku, which was great. I did try to D-dance as Pupazard hit a Fire Spin. Unfortunately, this wasn't a flying type and instead a fire type, so Spark did nothing even at +1. And to make things worse, Dragon Claw didn't KO, and Earthquake? Why are you showing me moves so late? Oddly enough, Rosecoon didn't outspeed, so we took a critical hit crunch, and then a Surf can finally get rid of that thing. Geodon was out next, and Mega Drain was quad effective, so we got all of our health back. Lidu also died in one shot, but then this thing came out. This is just downright creepy.
Die.
I can't believe we already lost Haxku. This is just so unfair. Bruno has Dragon-type Pokemon, which was really cool, as I just knew we were about to see some shit. Yup, this is awesome. Glaoris. The good thing for us is leading Ferrogigas, as a Heavy Slam absolutely destroyed this Ice type. Now Cleftina came out next, and I figured since it may be part Fairy type, I would just Heavy Slam, but it outsped, and of course, I don't know why, it had to have Aura Sphere. Like, out of all the moves you could have, that had to be one of them. Also, it was indeed a Fairy type. Now, unfortunately, it used Shadow Force, so our first turn with Rosecoon didn't do anything, and Shadow Force actually did a big chunk, as Aurora Beam did about the same with poison damage. Praying he used Shadow Force again, I went for Growth, but he used Aura Sphere. He did Full Restore the following turn, but honestly, I think Rosecoon is going down here. He did use Hex, but the question was he going to Full Restore again? I didn't want to risk it, so I went to Mimirai. Yep, he healed. Oh wait, I have Play Rough. And we outspeed. This is great as now he used Shadow Force and I can get a Hone Claws off as our Disguise takes a hit. One more Play Rough and it almost did it to him, and I think that was a crit. Since he Shadow Forced again, I Hone's Claws, which by the way raises my accuracy, so Play Rough is 100% accurate now. Thankfully Shadow Force didn't do much, but Bruno had a Mimikyu fusion of his own. This was bad as it could have Disguise. Oh my god, it didn't, and he missed a big Play Rough. Garyu is out of here. Oh no. I figured I did outspeed, but a Play Rough just couldn't do it to him, and that discharge gave me a bit of a heart attack. Now for some reason he did switch, maybe he's doing a Nuzlocke, I don't know, but this fight is pretty much wrapped up. Somehow I managed to escape death. Now thank god Agatha is an Ice-type trainer since I led Mewzard, and honestly her being an Ice-type trainer fits. She was going on about how Oak is a wuss and whatever, she's just cold-hearted, man. Leave the man alone. It's been years. I did try to Nasty Plot on Glaqueen, which was pretty stupid as Mewzard ended up taking a huge Earth Power, and I don't know if a Flamethrower could KO from full. Well, only one way to find out. Let's go! Jinmite scared me since it might have Sturdy, but it will die if it doesn't. I did risk it, and thank Arceus I did, as we got this beautiful sight of the health bar not stopping. Aww. This thing is adorable. Die! Okay, keep the first stagers coming. Yes. Oh no, come on. This is her last Pokemon? Now I did look up what typing it was, and I will say it's not a water type. But honestly, I don't think a Flamethrower will kill. Ah, screw it. Let's go! Oh shit, I didn't unpause my recording for that. Trust me, it happened. I have no idea how Mewzard pulled through there, but that's why you're my favorite. So I wasn't really reading what typing Lance was, but it has to be either Dragon or Ghost. Or Dragon Fire. This thing was indeed a Ghost type, and our Shadow Claw actually crit, as his Shadow Ball almost made me soil myself. The good news is I can waste all of his potions, and eventually Shadow Claw just KOs, but the bad news is I still don't know if he's Ghost or Dragon type. So I looked this thing up, and it's Ground and Ghost, meaning Lance is a Ghost type trainer, sticking to his Dragon roots. I feel like Rosecoon is our most expendable member, so I switched into her on a Shadow Ball, and since Flyclops is part Ground type, we can get our health back with Mega Drain. Eventually Roscoon came out on top and EG Lurk came out. Now this thing is just screaming steel type, but I really hope he's a ground type. Yeah, he's not. So I surfed instead. Also, this is supposed to be a custom sprite, but it isn't. Weird. Since it was using Nightshade, I thought it was time to bring the big guns out. Growlquaza. One Earthquake demolished the Titan and 2 Pokemon remained. First up was Porygar, whose download raised his special attack. I mean, I just can't catch a break, can I? It doesn't make it any better that this has to be the most broken typing combo in the game. The good news is I know it doesn't have Levitate since it showed download, but the bad news is I have no idea if I'm living a move. Regardless, I can't really do anything else, so we Earthquake and a Dark Pulse fires off, doing a ton of damage, and thankfully we did not flinch, but our Earthquake didn't KO. However, I did realize this thing was level 54, so Darkrai could totally outspeed. So I sent in Roscoon to die, RIP girl, and now Mimirai should be able to outspeed and feint attack. Alright, never mind, this thing is just a speed demon. But with our disguise still up, we can take no damage and feint attack finishes the beast off. Oh, thank Arceus this is a first stager. Adios, Lance. That was way too scary with a download Gengar. Kevin, I have no idea if I can beat you, but your teams have been super weird all game, so hopefully my last 3 Pokemon can defeat you. Ammonite. Okay. I have a feeling I should just let Mewizard die here, but I don't know. If I switch, I could be taking unnecessary damage, and I could probably set up on Mimirai. Okay, he's safeguarded. Dragon Rush? Okay. Okay, I think we might be able to sweep with Mewizard. Okay, we're at +4. Goodbye. And hello, wall. This thing is a water and a dark type, meaning I definitely don't KO with Flamethrower, and I can't even use Psychic. Of course, he has to have the perfect answer for my sweep. Well, Mewizard, you lasted this long, so it's time to go out with a bang. Ooh, and it was a crit. Now, you might be thinking I'm crazy for going into Growlquaza, but we have Drought, so in case it has a water-type move, we should be fine. Oh my god, never mind. Why did that do so much damage? The good news is Earthquake is a 2-hit KO, and after some of his potions, Growlquaza came out on top, but he's very beaten up. Now this thing might be a bug type, so I don't want to EQ. Although it probably would have 2-shot, and if it did, that would have been better since Air Slash can miss. It didn't, but look at what we left him at. Oh wait, he flinched! Oh, that's so clutch! He did have another potion, but I did Earthquake and then Air Slash again, and that was that. Alright, that wasn't too bad. What the literal okay, now we're in trouble. But only if we don't outspeed. Groudon really slows Rayquaza down, so I doubt we will. Scary Face? Kevin, you idiot! Oh, finally his starter has a custom sprite. Looks kind of good now. Now, I really thought I would Earthquake here, but he Dragon Rushed me and it flinched us. So I think Rayquaza is finally going down. All because of a stupid flinch. Alright, Mimirai, let the inner Mimikyu come out and get revenge on Raichu for what it's done to you in the past. Or I guess that's Pikachu, but same thing. This thing still has Workup? Wow, I didn't expect that. But I have Hone Claws, and Disguise still hasn't been popped. And he missed a crucial Dragon Rush? This is looking good. He finally popped our Disguise, and oh my god, I think that just barely KO'd. Another Raichu fusion? Kevin, come on. Tail Whip? How about you Tail Whip these? Wait, that Thunderbolt did so much damage. You idiot, if you just used Thunderbolt twice, you literally could have won the fight. What are you doing? Why would you use Tail Whip and then use a special move? How did you lose this? And how come you always end up doing dumb shit in your champion fight? How did I win? Ah, oh well, who's complaining? Not me. That was interesting to say the least, but hey, this was a super fun challenge to do, and I hope I was able to satisfy some of you guys with the amazing legendary fusions that I created in this run. I mean, just look at this stacked team. And still somehow, we almost lost that first Elite Four attempt. To be fair, I was underleveled for some Pokemon, but still, they're freaking legendaries. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and if at any point in the video you saw a fusion you liked, go ahead and subscribe, and I'll be sure to make more of these as they're actually so much fun to make and play. Anyways, I love you guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!